First Eps Podcast is back. We watched A League of Their Own, the brand new Prime Video television show based on the popular movie about women's baseball, also called A League of Their Own.
Exactly. You might have heard of it.
You may have. My name is Eric.
You've heard of me. I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps.
I am. I put it up from you, and you did not hit it. You were supposed to hit that right out of the ballpark. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you missed it. Missed it all.
Right.
It was amazing.
Do it now. What's up, everybody? First Eps Podcast is back. Do the baseball move.
Yeah. I don't even know how to hit a baseball bat. I have no idea.
I think it looks great. We're talking baseball today, baby.
Yeah.
Specifically women's baseball, the best type of baseball, in my opinion. Baseball. Yes. We watched A League of Their Own. This is a brand new Prime Video series, so we're going to talk all about the first episode of that. And then after that, we're going to talk about all the best TV shows that were based on movies.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of fun stuff ahead of us. First of all, how you been? How you doing? Anything new and exciting in your world?
No. Gearing up for going on vacation very soon.
Oh, vacation's all you ever wanted.
Summer, it was, and now it's my phone.
This is the last one of the summer.
Yeah.
For you? Where you going?
Provincetown.
Nice.
And I also got my monkeypox first vaccination, just because we've been moving and grooving with everyone there.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep it fresh, keep it flowing.
Exactly. None of those scabs.
I don't have any vacations coming up, and I'm a little jealous. But
I thought, are you not doing something for? I guess it's Labor Day still. Wouldn't you guys?
Yeah, that doesn't count.
No,
it's like a family picnic.
Yeah.
But,
all right.
I'll be playing video games.
Yeah,
that's
just
my
as good.
vacation.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
that's all you ever wanted.
All right, enough about vacations.
I mean, that was incredible.
It was. That was a great, a little
Everyone
segue thing. Everybody wanted to know.
The goods.
Yeah, and that's all they want. I mean, honestly, we could probably pack this in right now, hit the road, call it an early night. But
we have to do a shout out to a fan. Wrote back and gave us
we got some somber news.
A sad update, but an update nonetheless.
So the last episode we were talking about Sue Grafton,
right? And we thought she was on.
Yeah, that's
X.
Yeah, she goes. All her books are like A is for apple,
right?
And B is for butts.
No, I don't think it was that. So she's not.
But we got an update,
PG.
And I can't stop thinking about this. She died after she did Y.
I can't believe that either.
I really you gotta get busy living or get busy dying. I say.
You think that they're probably arguing it in court? I don't know when she died. Was that information provided to you?
No. This is all based off a comment on YouTube.
So she could be alive. We don't know. We didn't validate this with any.
Yeah, exactly. No clue. This could have been a troll just messing with us.
We trust our audience. Yeah, and I know that poor Sue Grafton is in a better place.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a copy of Z is out there just caught up in litigation?
Around,
maybe a greedy spouse is trying to get it away from the kids, trying to publish it for mom.
Yes, we have to buy it from the estate.
Yes,
and we'll put it out there.
We need to do this.
Yeah,
we owe it to our fans and to the American public.
Zebra murder. I don't know what
maybe we should do a fanfic if we can't get it released.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. All right.
We'll keep this
Patreon idea. Right. Write that on my Patreon idea list.
Yeah, here we go.
Sue Grafton Z novel.
All right, A League of Their Own.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that,
the new series. Mm-hmm. Now, I was a big fan of the movie A League of Their Own. Now, the premise of this, for those who've never seen it,
I've never seen it.
You've never seen the movie? Are you serious?
I have not. I loved the playground song from Madonna.
This makes so much sense why you're asking all these questions during the show.
Tell us what I missed.
I can't believe you've never seen it. So, it's during the war. The men are gone, so they decide to do women's baseball.
That's because the men are fighting.
Yes. So,
I didn't realize that either. I knew it was wartime.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Gina Davis.
Yep.
And Lori Petty.
I don't know who it is, but I know Madonna and Rose Bowes is in it.
Madonna and Rosie are in there.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. But I had just watched it maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah, and you had no idea this was coming out.
No clue this was coming out.
Yeah, that's cool.
It worked out.
You've talked about that before, those being movies that you've enjoyed.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It was one of those where, if you were a kid that had HBO, you watched the same movies over and over again because they were always the same movies. This was one of them. Dude, me and my sister always would sing this song, but, you don't know this song.
No, I don't think I know that one.
But they have a song they sing. in the league. Batter up, hear the call.
Okay.
I'm not going to sing the whole thing.
They didn't do that yet this episode. I'm looking forward to that. All right.
Yeah. So let's talk about the first episode now. So it starts off with a woman chasing after a train, just running. Her clothes are falling off. Breasts akimbo, as you would say.
Breasts akimbo. Well, yeah, she was. That part was a little over the top for me. Yeah, she was running, then she stopped to talk. The train's pulling away, and then she doesn't run until it's moving again.
Yep. And that was a throwback to the movie. That happened in the movie where, like, you know, they're throwing their bags inside the train and, like, they're jumping in.
Got it, little fan,
Yeah,
fan
so
service.
The train heads to Chicago. This woman gets off. This is Carson.
Yep.
The one who was running to the train, played by Abby Jacobson from Broad City.
Right.
So she gets
younger
off.
for some reason now when
she looked great. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. This is where we meet the Rosie Madonna tandem here.
Looked exactly like their characters. I know exactly who they're. I didn't even see the guy.
Yes,
show,
now
but I knew who they were.
That's funny too because you kept asking about like the characters. Like, so wait, Madonna does what? And I'm like, okay, first of all, it's not Madonna.
this is not Madonna.
This is a different thing.
This is somebody playing Madonna's character, and this is not.
And not even Madonna's character, but they're like the roles that they filled.
But I was hoping that she wasn't going to be like the sexual like. Go get him one because that's so like just stereotypical Madonna. I was hoping maybe she was going to be, you know, a little bit of a deeper character.
Yeah, I mean she is a little bit deeper than you wouldn't even know you've never seen, but she's definitely deeper than the character on the movie. But yeah, this is Darcy Carden, the actress. She's from Broad City as well, and The Good Place.
Is she?
Yeah, so she's playing Greta. That's the Madonna character, and then there's another. The other character is Joe.
That's the Rosie O'Donnell type.
Yep. So they're heading to baseball tryouts, and then we see a montage. There's lots of montages in this, and I think there were a bunch of montages in the movie. It's all like it's
shopping montages and like slapping butts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's all set to like big band music.
I did like that.
Yeah,
throughout this entire thing, the score was great. Yeah, it was. Jazz, big band. It was cool.
Yeah, lots of great tunes. But yeah, and then we see some of the same characters from the movie. The guy that runs the league, he was like a candy magnet in the movie. And then the guy that Nat Faxon, the guy that you don't like.
Yes.
He's playing like kind of the manager of the league, trying to get it all happen.
Yep. I didn't recognize him in profile. And then I saw him straight. I'm like, oh, that's that
You're
guy.
Like, oh, this
he was only even uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I didn't say disgusting. I did not say that.
You called him a wretched.
I did not say that.
But yeah, so they're talking, and the guy's like, "We need more femininity." He's like, "Look at their calves." So they want to, you know.
And but your guy, what's his name? The manager was like, "I like them as they are. I like them as they are." So we could tell that he's like on the line. He's a good guy. You know, the other one's more of that Republican Trump type.
Exactly. Yeah. Next up, we see a couple of black girls coming into the scene. I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
And I thought it was mom and daughter.
You did. It was just weird. I had no.
Well, the one in a lot older, more mature haircut.
It was her hair.
Or she was the married one, so they had to make her look a little more marmy.
But yeah, then these guys come over and they're like, no colored girls at the tryouts, and then this big scene, she picks up the ball and she like, chucks it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, she's gonna be on the team.
It like hit like one of the Georgia Peaches standing in the.
It went like 100 yards.
Yeah. No, like the old ones from the actual game, like who the cameos,
right.
and like hit one of them on the head. It was a great outtake.
You're like, is that one of the original Georgia Peaches? Which it could have been. This was in the 40s.
They were like 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Could be that, right? They were like 18, 19. Yeah.
So yeah, she throws the ball, and I'm like, all right, she's gonna be on the team.
Yeah, but it didn't hit one of those ladies. No. Just to be clear.
Next scene, she's still not on the team.
I know. I was a little disappointed with that. Dude, they're on the train.
Yeah, and then they're like, all right, like, well, that
they really set us up for that one. I was excited that this is a big break.
Yeah, but it was also cool that they didn't, like, you know, wasn't as, I
mean, Madonna's out there just showing everything in the first episode. Why can't she just get her line in gear in the first ep? I mean, we know she's joining. We see her in this baseball uniform. Let's just get the lady on the team. Give her a spot.
Yeah, okay.
Right? I mean, that's
what I'm assuming that she'll probably join the team. They wouldn't have her as a character. Oh, maybe.
Ooh, that'd be great. The lead of the other one.
She murders everybody.
No, it takes a turn. This becomes that would be amazing. It's like a serial killer show. One by one, the whole team.
The peaches keep dying.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. So next up, we got behind the scenes with the ladies. We're getting to learn all the people. You know, they're in the they're in the locker room smacking butts. Montage of smacking butts again. And then so they the Carson and Greta are hanging out. That's the Abby Jacobson and Darcy Carden. Yeah, they're hanging out. They're having a bonding experience. Yeah. They're drinking a little beers, drinking a little whiskeys, drinking a little wine, and cutting some hairs.
Oh, that was later on. Okay, yep.
And then we see Max and her friend Clance on the train just talking. They're just like,
oh, Max and Clance got him. Yep.
Yeah, they're still upset. She didn't get a tryout. She doesn't know what to do with her life.
She should be upset, exactly. But Clance has got it all together. She's married.
Yeah,
wants to be more like her, but she really doesn't want. She wants her own path in life.
Yeah. Next up, we see the teams get picked.
Okay, this is when it happens.
Yep, the team announced it. All the main girls that we've seen so far.
Has this ever happened to you in your life?
What's that?
These sign-up sheets where you go down and see your name. They always show this in movies and shows. I've never once had it happen to me where I have to go and like, oh, is my name on there? Is my name on there?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Are we missing out on something? Or is that
absolutely?
Yeah.
Although, if maybe we just don't remember the parts where our names just weren't on the thing that we signed up for. We just block it out of our memory.
I never tried out for Guys and Dolls in 12th grade, I swear.
Exactly. Yeah, and I never wanted to be on every single sports team. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I never...
I think we missed out on something. You know, the ecstasy, the agony...
Yeah.
And anyway, so speaking of ecstasy, they are cheering their hearts out. Everyone's making the team except for a couple we don't know. We don't know what. Yeah. Montage.
Yeah, everybody that we knew that we met during this thing, like they're on the Rockville Peaches. Yeah. We're going to learn about them at Rockville, Illinois.
Yep.
So they go and they're all living in a house now. So this is going to be a cool part.
Big house.
Yeah. 7 strangers picked to live in a house and have their lives taped.
By Sergeant Barb.
And find out what happens when people stop being polite
and start
getting real. The real world. Rockford.
Okay, all right. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I did the whole thing.
You did. Wait, true story.
True story. The best season. We meet Sarge. She's like the chaperone.
Yeah.
She's laying down the law. Yeah. Everybody wears pants. There's a curfew.
No
one wears pants. Which kind of threw me off because I'm like, wait, no pants. I like this.
Yeah. But you thought it was me just
pantsless.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of pantsless ladies running around. But no, they have to wear dresses if they go out. This is all, very formal.
Right. Well, there's a certain kind of persona you need to put out there. Yes. Right? Because you're going to be a lady. I got to keep everybody going. The troops got to look at you. And little lust, because that was your role.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have that femininity that the guy was looking for.
Exactly.
So now we're getting to know more of the team. There's a little hijinks. They're having fun. They're gonna go out to a bar. Mm-hmm. So they go out to this bar
where not all of them had their pants on. Oh wait,
not all of them had dresses on.
Yeah, they had their pants on,
and some of them
pants were on.
Didn't have anything on.
We're going to let you guys watch that one. Take a look for
to have their lives taped. Find out what happens. Okay, we did that part already. But yeah, so this Max and Clance, the 2 black girls, they live in this neighborhood.
Right. That's right. Okay.
Her husband works there, so they happen to just go there, see the team there. So yes, it's all coming together.
It is.
Some way.
But we're starting to kind of see too again, like there's this division again that's very stark between the white and the black people.
Absolutely.
And that's because the black people are kind of almost like an upstairs downstairs, are in the back of the house cleaning, serving.
Not allowed in the bar
exactly area. And then we talked about that right now, a little bit of a ruckus got caused.
So they made a scene. Max is out there, she's still pissed that she's not making the team. She's jealous and stuff, so she makes this scene, and like Clance is like, not in front of the white folk.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want them to get in trouble. We also watched what was that that HBO movie, the Lovecraft Country.
Oh my God, well, that was amazing.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Lovecraft Country, watch that.
Watch that, definitely.
And that shows much more dark and severe side of the civil rights stuff. But it's I like that more things are showing this.
Exactly.
True to life.
It's a little more well-rounded.
There was a scene in the movie, like you asked her in the thing, and there was like they were practicing at a baseball field, and like there was like a bus full of like black like church ladies or whatever, and the ball kind of goes past someone and like lands at this lady's feet, the black lady, and she like chucks it like all the way to home base, and like the catcher catches it, and she's like, "Ah, that hurt my hand," and then it was just kind of like a wink and a nod saying like, "We get you,
we got this, girl,"
but like shoo,
right?
You know. This is being much more inclusive, I hope.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen that. We're seeing more of it.
She's going to join a church.
She just that's
it.
That's a possible different turn. We went the serial killer route.
Right. This is it.
This is different.
Total opposite.
Yeah, sister act.
Not exactly.
And then one thing that while they were in the house, you know, my radars was going off, and I'm like, man. I feel like there's a lot more lesbians in this than there was portrayed in the movie. And then we get that firmly realized when the two main characters are making out behind the bar.
Well, we're not sure. I mean, they're definitely open to exploring sexuality. Now, I'm not going to label them as a lesbian at this point in time. I'm just...
Lesbianic.
Okay, sure. Let's be honest. There was a bit of a kiss. So that happened, and I wasn't completely surprised either. Like, there's this vibe throughout the entire team of being very sapphic. But then I wasn't sure I was just reading into that because they're more sporty. Yeah. And I was like, is this what I'm reading into? Or are they more like, there's a vibe between them.
Yes. Well, Greta, the Darcy Carden character, is just very sexual.
Right. And I think she just likes attention. So she's probably very sapphic.
She's the one, she's out there.
With women, with men.
Yeah, she's smacking butts.
Sapiosexual. What is it? Yeah.
I don't know. Sapiosexual.
She's just with like, you know, she's with a lot of people because it feels good for her. Yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, so, because even the ones that like, to me are a little bit more obvious. You know, there's quite a few of those.
There are some very handsome women.
Yes.
No, but you know what? It's funny though. That's the other thing that they really did with this casting though too, is they didn't just pigeonhole it into, you know, this is the kind of girl we want to show.
Yep.
As much, I guess, to the chagrin of the guy who is portrayed as the owner.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, it's very diverse body types. Well, not really body types. They're all kind of in really great shape. But in terms of femininity, the gender expression.
Yes, it's much more probably realistic than the movie would portray.
Oh, probably. Oh, yeah.
Except they did so there's a scene in the movie, well, not a scene, there's an entire character in the movie that's the ugly one. And they don't show her. They like make her like have her during photos, she's like 50 yards away. And
really?
And they make her cover her face, and like that's like a running joke throughout the movie that she's like really ugly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think
well, she's not like super ugly. But yeah, no, it was very like, when I watched it recently, I was like, this part doesn't hold up as well.
Yeah. That's making me uncomfortable. I thought she was going to let her hair down to be the beautiful one. You know, like when you put the glasses on and then all of a sudden, she's hot. Yes. Yeah, that didn't happen. No redeeming moments?
She did. Like, she ended up falling in love and
with a man.
You know, running away with someone.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Thank God she lived a heteronormative dream and she got away. And you know,
exactly.
It was fine for her.
Yeah. She loved it.
My God. They call her the ugly one, and then she goes and lives that life?
Yeah,
it's time to rebel, hon. Find your own path.
She's off. She finally found a man who could accept her for who she was.
For the homely one.
Yeah. And then, so that was the show. We get Another Piece of My Heart by Janis Joplin's rocking out. And
which was a little odd, I have to be honest with you, because that obviously was not that time period. That's like 30 years later.
Yeah.
So
that happened a couple times, I think. I don't remember what the other songs were, but I remember thinking that, like, okay, this was much later.
Yeah, okay. Because I thought that was a little weird when we heard it. Like, this song is cool. But...
Exactly. It fit the moment, I guess, because then it was just like a montage of them, like...
More montages. I didn't realize there were so many to keep just words so often.
I guess, maybe not full montages. It just kept going back and forth between, like, the team, like, going crazy and just, like, yelling, and Max practicing playing baseball. So then it finished up.
Okay, right.
And that was it. So we met a lot of the characters. We got the idea of what this whole premise is, this baseball league, and we didn't see any baseball. Which there
was a tryouts for like the 20 minutes.
Yeah. Some tryouts. Sure.
Yeah.
Some balls being hit, some
balls
throws.
Thrown. Exactly. Yeah, some good catches.
I'm excited to see a match. A nice
it's gonna be embarrassing.
Baseball match, they call them.
Baseball match, yeah. At the field.
At the field, at the baseball court.
At the baseball court. Okay.
Yeah, but we got to know our characters. So we'll get to know.
Are there any characters we might meet along the way, or these are pretty much the main characters? It's not.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
I know that. Movie, well, I know just based on the trailer that Nick Offerman is in it at some point.
Okay.
I think he plays. You know Tom Hanks's character. Tom Hanks was in the movie.
Okay.
He was the coach. Famous lines like "There's no crying in baseball." Remember that line?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
yeah.
I think that's gonna be Nick Offerman. I think he's gonna be the coach for the team.
Oh, the manager guy's not the coach. They got the hat.
Right. He's the manager of the league.
Oh.
And then
he's in charge of like finding the right girls. But
exactly.
The coach's in charge of making them into.
And then each team will have their own coach.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. So.
Oh, these chicks are not all on the same team.
Well, the Rockford Peaches are on one team, and then they're gonna go against other teams
gotcha.
from different areas.
Okay, got it.
And those are all the people at the tryouts who we probably didn't meet.
Gotcha, got it. Okay.
So
damn, I got it all now. This is confusing.
I know. Now you have to watch the movie though.
What if this whole first season is just laying up the groundwork for each of the girls' teams? So next week we go to Tampa, and we're gonna see all the Tampa girls going like, "Hey, Dan."
Yeah, that's a great idea,
right? And that's like a New York one, and California, and then finally that's the end of the first season, and then like season 2, we see baseball for the first time when the girls come together, and you're like, "Wait, oh my God, those are my girls!"
Yeah,
and we actually start to root for them at that point in time.
I love it,
right?
But I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna have to make people wait for it, and we're not doing that in this society.
No,
but
no
I
one
think this could be a whole new thing.
Yeah, all right.
Like Game of Thrones to the window. This is even like 100 characters, 1,000 characters.
Could they just do like a full season about the Rockford Peaches, and then next season do it about a different team?
But you're never gonna care about the team as much.
Yeah,
we need to put them all a level playing field.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll write this down. We'll send this in.
Send it to Gina Davis.
Send it in. All right. So let's keep talking about TV shows based on movies.
Right. And now you told me about this. This was our assignment for the week. And
yeah,
I was like, I got this.
A new segment.
Exactly.
Hang on. Do like an intro song for me.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna do it. Teamwork.
First Eps 5. So we did a top 5 TV shows based on movies.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And it was tough. So first of all, like it's harder to determine what classifies anymore. So you got all these MCU shows,
right?
Like Loki,
right,
and She-Hulk, and these are all based on movies, technically.
Okay, because I'm part of the MCU,
but those are really same with like the stuff like the Mandalorian and stuff coming out based on the Star Wars movies. But those are basically I would qualify those as movies chopped into like hour-long pieces. Just really long movies. You know?
Okay. All right.
Disqualified from the list.
Okay. I mean, I like how you build up your own rules and then you disqualify them.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Well, that's how rules
work. That's how they work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so the other one, I realized after this, everything that was made in like the 80s and 90s also had a cartoon television show.
Yeah.
So there's like Ghostbusters.
So I was proud of myself for thinking about Ghostbusters. And
Beetlejuice.
Like, I'm not counting Ghostbusters. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I came up with that one.
Yeah. So.
You nixed it.
Cartoons.
Then I was going to say Turtles, but I realized that was different. Turtles was after. The movie came after the cartoon. So that's also disqualified, even though you would have never accepted it from the beginning, even if it didn't come the other way.
Disqualified.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about our list that we did come up with.
Yeah. So we put it together. I did a lot of thinking for this, and I gave them a lot of good suggestions. Just in case people back home are worried about my contributions to this list.
Yeah. I mean, so much time and effort was put into this. You didn't even need to provide that photo or slideshow.
I acted out each scene that I thought was best from these particular ones, both the TV show and the parent movie.
All right. So
no more ado.
Number 5, yes. And this was the hardest one because it was Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
I really wanted to include in this list. I love the television show.
Wait, that didn't make it? I thought it made it.
But no.
Oh.
So this was it was either going to be a tie or what, but and then after I started thinking about it, Friday Night Lights, the show, was so much more than the movie. The movie was really just like they were both based on the same book.
Got it.
But the movie was so different than the show that I was like, okay, it needs to be recognized that it would have been on this list, but I don't think it can compared to the rest of them.
Okay.
So instead, Cobra Kai
Yes.
Which has the same actors. It's the same story. Yeah. It's a continuation.
That was
of the movie.
Yes.
Movies.
Yeah, and I love the fact because, like you said, this one, it wasn't just a reboot of it. It was what happened to them now. Mm-hmm. So, although I've only seen one episode of it.
Really? You gotta watch more of them. Did you like the Karate Kid movies?
It was just okay. I thought it was just okay. I watched it as a kid, definitely, because it was like, I feel like we all had to watch the same movies as kids, right?
Absolutely, yes.
I watched E.T. and... Yep. Anyway, but yeah, yes. So I watched it, but I didn't fall in love with it.
The show, it's more, like, it's not a amazing show. Like, it's not like Breaking Bad or anything like that. It's a very cheesy show. The writing is very, like...
the TV, the movie was.
Yes. And, like, the acting is just, it's these guys who haven't really acted much in the 30 years after this. So it's just all kind of, but, like, it has so much heart. Yeah. And, like, the 80s, 90s, like, vibe from those movies, like, really carries over, and it's done very well.
For the fan service of it in and of itself, right? And it was well done. It wasn't like it was terrible. It wasn't just a blatant money grab, right? It felt like they were trying to pull this together. It was cute.
Yeah, every season, I feel like it's getting a little bit better. We're getting more and more characters. Mm-hmm. So, yes, great show. Number 4, What We Do in the Shadows.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Amazing movie.
Now, did not know this was a movie. I only knew it was a TV show.
Have you never seen? You've never seen the movie?
No.
Oh my god! This list is getting so much longer.
Because we talked about this, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that counts?" Because that's a great TV show.
I regularly go back and forth about which one I prefer, the movie or the TV show, and I think with every episode that I watch, I think
there's more to
the TV
convince
show.
You with this now.
Yes, but the characters in the movie, dude. You're going to love it.
All right,
the characters are they're different characters.
Yeah.
They do show up at some point in the show on like this council, and it's amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, it's absolutely had to make the list. Taika Waititi.
It's a great,
killing it.
The show is great. I can't wait to watch the movie now.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 3, Wet Hot American Summer, which was like,
yes,
you brought it up. You mentioned it, and I was like
only one I can think of besides our top spot.
Yeah, and I was like, well. But it's perfect because it's, again, a continuation, same actors, same characters. Mm-hmm. And the gist of this, it's so funny because, like, one season was a prequel where they're supposed to be playing, like, younger. Now, this is 20 years later or whatever.
It was so confusing when I watched it.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on here? I'm so confused.
And then the next season, it's set 10 years after the movie. And I was like, it's so funny. The comedy's still hitting. The actors are still, like, killing it.
It's good, yeah.
So yeah,
it's like another comfort show. Like, is it the best show you've ever watched? No. But just like the movie itself, it's just funny. You just feel
silly. It's funny. The characters are great.
Yeah.
Great comedy. And then number 2. Now this was the one I put a poll out on Twitter. This was the one that got the most votes.
Yeah.
Based on the ones we added there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's our number 2, MASH.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have a conversation about TV shows based on movies without talking about MASH.
Yeah. Yeah,
definitely argument to be the number 1 spot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was that's such a popular show. It was, I think it like if I did watch it when it was first out because I don't think it was born yet. But if I think of the time period, like that would be one of my I went to Family Feud. I'd be like MASH. That would be one of my top answers. I feel like things you remember from the late 70s or something or TV shows. Sure.
Yeah, and for me, like MASH, I became a huge MASH fan. Much
like Nick and
later.
Night?
It was on like Fox.
Okay.
Every night there were 2 episodes from like 10 to 11.
10 to 11? Wait, how old were you?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is great.
My early teens.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because it ran, I think, like 74 to 82 or something like that.
Okay.
11 seasons total.
Wow.
And it was just the comedy, like there was like sarcastic comedy. And like the Alan Alda's character was so great, and I just was like this guy, and I like my I think it shaped a lot of my
I can see
comedy
that. Absolutely
as I grew up. It was just like
and,
kind of douchebags, but like they're doctors, so they're allowed to be douchebags.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
All right, and number 1, First Eps 5. I'm gonna make this work.
Oh,
First Eps 5. That sounds good,
First
right?
Eps 5.
First Eps 5. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That should be no surprise to our long-term viewers.
Absolutely not. It's one of our probably favorite shows just in general. Based on I did not like this movie.
Well, it was funny when you were just mentioning about the Friday Night Lights and how the movie disqualified. I was like, well, this was not a very good movie either. But the show was just so great to me.
That's a good point. It is, but like this one, the premise is the same.
Okay,
you know, you've got your vampire hunter. Like, I mean, the other one was a generic football movie.
Right.
Okay. It was like not the same characters.
Okay.
It was just had the same like
wasn't in
title.
That? Oh, I didn't know.
No, not the same character. Not even like the same like. It was about an entirely different team and that sort of thing. This one was like, you know, same name characters.
Yeah.
Maybe one
harmony. There was some.
One. There were more. I know Paul Rubens was not in the television show.
Wait, Paul Rubens.
Remember?
Was he in the? He's Pee-wee?
Pee-wee, wasn't he in the? Yeah, wasn't he?
I actually don't remember him in that. What was he in that?
I think he was like the vampire. Vampire.
I just saw him in another movie. I just watched Meatballs 2.
Why were you watching Meatballs?
It was free on Tubi. Instead of watching anything decent,
that's your pick.
I put on Meatballs.
First of all,
and Paul Rubens was on it, and I'm like, oh, there's this guy. I forgot about him.
Oh my god!
By the way, great film. If you guys haven't,
I want to go on Tubi right now and pick 20 movies that you could have watched that are better than Meatballs 2.
Meatballs 2. Confession. All right, let's go ahead.
Shocking confessions of First Eps. But yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Great.
Such a great show. You know, we grew up with it. It was like so many emotions.
Yes.
So much action.
Yes. Did they ever play baseball on Buffy?
I don't think so. It's a great question.
Like, did Anya have anything to do with baseball? She was afraid of like rabbits, but did she love baseball? Was
Maybe.
There, like,
are you picturing her in a baseball uniform?
Yeah, I am.
I am too, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a Halloween costume or something.
Maybe when it became like those things for yeah. All right, maybe.
If you remember out there, let us know if there was any baseball played.
Baseball plays or Anyanka connections to baseball.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, yeah, that's it. Those are our top 5 TV shows based on movies. Now, some honorable mentions. Fargo.
Yep, a great movie. I've not seen the TV show.
I just started watching the show. I just finished the first season, started the second season. Amazing.
So what's the premise of it? Because is it that town or is it based on like the characters? So they kind of wrapped that up in the movie.
Yeah, different. So it's based on like people like surrounding areas of Fargo.
Is the cop like what's your name's character in it still?
No, none of the characters are in it. But the first season,
Frances McDormand, not Fran.
That movie would have been so different. But yeah, the first season is similar in story, similar in tone to the movie.
Okay,
and then every season it's a different time period, different actors, and that sort of thing.
Okay,
so
cool.
It was a little jarring at first when I got into it because I was expecting more of the same, and then I was like, wait, this is different, and it was not what I wanted. So I'm like, I took a little break.
Is it still about the Coens?
I think they're associated. I don't know in what capacity.
Got it.
And then Westworld.
I did not know there was a movie either. Did you know that? I just heard the sexy new one when you know, because they popped it on after what's it called, Game of Thrones one time. It was a brand new sexy HBO. I thought it was just like born that way.
Yeah, no,
but it wasn't.
I remember when it came out, I'd never seen Westworld, but I know people were talking about the movie at the time. One I did see, Weird Science. Did you ever watch that growing up? That was always
in the 80s too?
USA. It was like a movie, and then it became a show. It was great.
I think Earth Girls Are Easy or something. That's what I'm thinking of. I don't. Maybe is it 2 nerdy guys?
Yep. Yeah, they build like a robot girl.
A girl. There's a girl in it then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
that was a good one.
So that's a movie too.
One that we found out that was not on
any list. Mind blown. But then I realized when we found out more about it, we realized why.
So
get ready, guys. And
do you remember the name of the movie? I don't remember it.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Yeah.
But
you just let the people know. Let them know that you
Mr.
Belvedere.
That's
right. You heard it right.
Came up on this list, and then it's based on a movie.
Like, what? Mr. Belvedere? And it was based on...
But no, I just couldn't believe it. Like, what was the movie about? No one knows.
Oh, we do know what it's about. It was about the same kind of thing. It was Sitting Pretty. Is the name of it.
Sitting Pretty.
And of course, we all remember Sitting Pretty from 1943. Literally, when it was from, I'm like, oh, okay.
So this one it's about a butler or whatever who like helps out a family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing. But this one was more based on it. From what I read, I didn't watch it. Sitting Pretty is based on the premise that having 3 adults, 2 men in the house was jarring to the neighborhood. And so it's kind of like a comedy of like what's going on in there.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. We'll have to watch that. Yeah. See if it's on Tubi.
It probably is.
Yeah. So that was something we learned. We learned a lot during this episode.
We did. Yeah.
All right. Let's finish up by talking about A League of Their Own. Let's give our review of the first episode. Mm-hmm. What was your takeaway on this one?
I mean, I thought it was fine. It was going to be a hard sell for me from the very beginning. I don't really care about baseball. That's why I never watched this from the beginning, even if it's from a ladies or a guy's perspective.
Gotcha. Just anything sports, you're out.
I mean, tennis is the only one that it might be interesting.
What about swimming?
Well, I mean, I'm okay looking at the guys, but I don't really care about swimming that much.
All right. What about gymnastics?
Again, gymnastics, wrestling, the men are fine for me. But
you're in the eye candy. You're not in for the
I'll watch the Olympics,
okay.
right? I'll watch the Olympics for like the 20 minutes when they're spinning around on there.
Yeah.
But then I don't need to see a whole movie about that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. How about you? I mean, what?
I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like I said, I watched the movie probably
how did it come out? Like,
20
that's
times.
what I want to know about. Like, what did you? Because for me, I have done to compare it to. Besides, like I saw it too. This used to be my Playground Madonna song.
Uh-huh.
I watched that 1,000 times.
Yeah, it didn't show up on the show yet.
That's my only reference to the movie.
Well, and that music video had a lot of scenes from the movie in it, if I remember correctly.
It did.
So you almost saw the whole movie.
Yeah, like I remember watching it, and I would VH1 and MTV and flip through it and hope it was on one or the other, so I could just keep hearing that because this was before I could like buy a cassette for myself. Yeah.
This used to be
my
playground.
Used to be. And then I would like record it, and then like you would record over somebody else when you got to record cassette. Remember, did you ever do that when you try to get on the radio to record something? Like
yes,
and you always
all
like,
the time.
Where's my tape player? And you try to run around. Yeah, it was great. Anyway,
wow, we're really showing our age here.
Yeah, well, we have to show it because that song was worth it.
Yeah. But yeah, this show, so far enjoyable.
Yeah,
I like where it's going. It's not as quirky and fun as the movie.
Okay, but I mean, there were some quirky, funny moments that I did not expect.
There were, and I mean, you're taking this idea and this is an 8-episode series,
and this whole episode is really about the girls getting to know them and them getting to know each other. Very much exposition.
This show, it's going to be more about the main character Carson and maybe her family life. It seems the movie was Gina Davis and Lori Petty were sisters, and there was like sibling rivalry, and that was like their thing.
Got it. I know that. Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited to see more where this goes. I like the premise. I like the idea. It was done well. The acting was done well. Didn't blow me away. Not a binge. I do have 8 episodes that we can totally watch, but I'll get to it.
Yeah,
I'll watch it. Definitely worth watching.
If anybody out there loved this movie or thinks of it fondly, I do think what you just said, it just rattled in my mind. I think they're probably going to investigate the backgrounds of all the ladies at some point, the bigger ones. And so you're probably going to get a lot more into who these people are and what caused them to be in this spot at this time.
I think so.
So that would be really fun for people who are always kind of into this movie.
Yeah. And, we get this. Nick Offerman's coming soon. So I'm definitely looking forward to for that. So, all right. I think we've said it all. Very popular segment. First Eps 5 went off without a hitch.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, no, everybody knows that's our segment we're doing all the time now. Is that our thing?
I don't know. We'll see. I got a couple ideas for games that we could play too during the show.
I think we need this. Yeah, let's because that's like X, Y, Z. We're just following this routine, right? We need to
spice things up a little bit. Now we're in season 3.
Yeah,
we got to add a couple more segments.
Exactly.
So, I'll do like a sweet I'll make a theme song and like a nice cut thing video. Pew, 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 laser beams.
What if like every time each day we do like a word of the day? 5. And like if you or I say the word of the day, we take a piece of clothing until all
right,
until we realize what the word might be. I just thought I would put that out there.
All right, I'll write it down.
Yeah.
Right to Gina Davis. Clothing game. All right. Thank you so much for watching this episode of First Eps. Check us out. You can check the audio version wherever podcasts are available. You can watch the video version on YouTube, Pop Culture Playground.
Question. If we did do what we just talked about, would that decrease or increase our YouTube viewers?
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be the test.
Right? Because, I mean, the people listening and not watching are going to be like, ooh.
They might be like, I got to see what these people look like.
But the people watching.
And they're like, we got to shut this off.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen.
It'll just even out. They're like, wait a minute. These guys are going to take off their clothes? Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
We'll find out real soon.
All right.
But yeah, check us out on YouTube at Pop Culture Playground. And our socials. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're out there.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Putting out the quality content.
We're trying.
That's all I got. You got anything else you want to add?
No, not tonight.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week with more First Eps.
That's right. Bye.
First Eps Podcast is back. We watched A League of Their Own, the TV show, not the movie, although I recently watched the movie.
You did. I'm keeping it short and sweet, so we can just let you know we're First Eps. This is Eric, and I'm Keith. Thanks for tuning in.
We don't need this attitude.